Hey, welcome back to our weekly real estate podcast. Thanks for coming in, checking out our content. Once again, thanks to everyone out there for your support. Our podcast has been a wild success, and it's because of everyone out there interested in real estate and constantly wanting an update. So we're doing a great job of providing content. We're going to have a lot of special guests on soon. One of the big topics that we're going to cover this week, there's actually two of them on a separate podcast, so you're going to want to tune in or subscribe to our channel, is we're going to cover how to downsize. Had an open house on one of my listings, and we have, I would say, almost 40% of people coming in are interested in downsizing, but they don't know how to do it because in this market, your house is going to sell in a week, and it's hard to find a replacement home. So we're going to go over the strategies tomorrow on Facebook Live, and then we'll put it out on YouTube. So check out that. And then also, I'm excited. One of the things that we're going to have in is a stager. We're going to talk about why it's important to get your house staged, when it makes a difference, and kind of go through all the different aspects of staging. So anyways, let's cut to the chase. This podcast is to cover the numbers for the Reno-Sparks Association of Realtors from July. Running a little behind. Had a nice vacation in Alaska. If you're interested in seeing cool Alaskan drone videos, I'll put a link above. Check it out. It's really fun. It's part of my drone business. But we're going to cover the numbers, and then we're going to go over some strategies for buyers and sellers like we normally do. So first thing, a few headwinds that are hitting our market. The first thing is, it's actually a good thing, is lumber prices are down almost 70% from their height a few months ago. So we're starting to see hopefully some of that trickle down to the local builders, people who are buying and get more affordable lumber. That's a big thing that's kind of been holding up the market. So that actually should hopefully help spur some more builders to get out there and build more homes and provide homes for people who are looking for new homes in our area. The second thing is good news for the builders and people out there that have businesses is the unemployment benefit. The extra $300 is coming to an end first thing in September. I have not heard if they're going to extend it. Doesn't sound like it. So hopefully that will actually provide more laborers for these home builders to build things, because right now, as we all know, if you go into any kind of business right now, it's really hard to find people that are sitting on the sidelines. So hopefully this gets people back to work, and we have a few more laborers to help build more homes and, put a lot of these restaurants that don't have a lot of help back into service so that we can enjoy them. So second thing is, and it's kind of a side thing, and what we're looking at is smoke and drought. I hear a lot about it. I know for a fact that the smoke impacted one of my listings, which was full city view. I know without a doubt we didn't have any showings for 2 to 3 weeks. The odd part is a couple weeks ago we had one clear day and I got 2 offers, multiple offers after it sat there for a month. So undoubtedly, if you have a house that's out there that has great views, city views, and you can't see them, it definitely impacts it. Now the drought's another thing, is we're in a drought. A lot of people are coming through the open houses commenting about, man, is this the normal here? Drought and smoke and fires. So keep that in mind, that people are getting a little wary of having each summer where there's 2 or 3 weeks where you can't go outside. So keep that in mind when you're considering what's going on in the market long term. And then the other thing is that's kind of interesting, that's no one really is talking about, is there's a special election, recall election, that's going on in California. It's in about 3 weeks in September, and it'll be interesting to see what the results are, because if you get a Republican governor in there, it'll be interesting to see if the outflow of people is going to continue or is going to slow. So that's something to keep on your radar, because if the politics change down there and people see the need, or start seeing things change a little bit, people might be staying behind. It might slow the number of people actually wanting to move this area. So keep that in mind. That's the overview of the headwinds potentially that could cause this market to hopefully kind of open up and hopefully provide some relief and maybe level off where we get in a more sustainable trajectory. So next thing is we're going to go over the market statistics. I actually pulled 2. The first one is the median prices for the Reno-Sparks area. And then the other thing is I pulled the stats for an area that I farm. I do a lot of business in. It's the area I live in. It's the South Reno, basically from Mount Rose Highway south to or north to Zalesi, and all the houses in between. You got Thomas Creek, Arrow Creek, Callahan, Southwest Vistas. So all those homes in there, and it's kind of interesting to look at a specific neighborhood to kind of give you an update. So let's get into the general one. I will put the numbers on the screen, but the median home price for Reno-Sparks was $530. Actually didn't change month over month, so no change from the previous month, but still up a whopping almost 23% from the previous year. So show me an investment that has appreciated that much. It's kind of hard to find that. I know the stock market's doing well, but 23% is a large jump. Units sold, it went down actually to 627, but down about 2.5% from the previous month and down about 17%. So it's still down from the previous year, which is kind of interesting. So a lot of people still are not selling their homes, and I think that has something to do with COVID and probably the new variant out there. Days to contract. We've talked about this a lot. That is when after you list your house, how many days is going to get into escrow, and it's at 15. It's down 50%, believe it or not, from the previous month, and down almost 60%. So we're seeing a lot of cash buyers in our market closing quickly, and then a lot of this is contributed to the lenders are really trying to figure out how to close houses, and I see several conventional mortgages, if they go through smoothly, closing in that 25 to 30 day time period. Active inventory is 450 homes, so still not a lot of homes, but the low was about 300 a couple months ago, so up quite a bit. So there's actually a little bit more, and I kind of contribute that to people being a little too aggressive on what they have or what they're offering list price is. So people are being greedy and trying to get the most out of their house. So some of the inventory is actually sitting a little longer than what we're normally accustomed to. But that's down almost 43% from the previous year. So active inventory a year ago was about 700 to 800. So to kind of give you an idea. I'm going to skip over price per square foot. It's 302. Doesn't really mean much in my opinion because it's neighborhood by neighborhood, house by house. It makes the price per square foot, median price per square foot differ. New listings around 718, up 10% from the previous month. So a lot of homes coming on the market. I think a lot of people are saying, it's the top of the market. Let's see if we can't sell our house and go do something else. We're still seeing, if you price your house appropriately at the market or a little bit below, we're still seeing offers over asking about 103%. So if you're looking at a $500,000 home, typically the sellers are seeing around $15,000 to $20,000 over asking if it's listed appropriately and you have a nice house. And the absorption rate is obviously less than a month. Keep in mind that it would be great to see an absorption rate between 4 to 7 months would be ideal, and that gives buyers and sellers equal footing on selling and buying homes. So then what I want to do is talk about the area that I farm, that I live in. It's on Mount Rose Highway. It's from South Virginia Street up Mount Rose all the way up to Callahan, and includes some of Galena up to the Galena Park, and then it also Montrose is probably the top of that timberline, and then it also includes all the way north to Zalesi, all the way up to the Southwest Vistas, including Arrow Creek. So the numbers are a little different in this one, this area. It's a hot area. Keep in mind that my listing at Elk River Court, it's single family, 2,500 square feet to 3,500 square feet. No special conditions. Mine was the lowest price listing before it went pending at $1,999,000. So basically 1.1 was the lowest by far, single story. So keep that in mind. That's kind of it's kind of crazy what $1 million gets you. It's not as much as it used to be for sure. So the median home price was about $1,347,500. That's down 0.2%, but this is the one I want to reiterate, up 52%. So that's kind of crazy to think that in 1 year period, the houses over here have gone up 50%. That's a heck of a return. Not as many homes over in this area, and the reason why there's just not as many places to build. So Units sold was 36 last month, so about a house a day was sold in July. That's down about 16% from the previous month and down about 30% from the previous year. So they're still not selling as hot as they were in previous years. Days of contract are 21, which is interesting because the days of contract and the other one is 15 days. A lot of these sales up here are cash. I see a lot of cash offers. I've had several buyers lose out on several cash buyers. So a lot of people buying over in this area are cash buyers from California, and doing 1031 exchanges are another thing that we're seeing a lot. Active inventory is there's 28 homes. So we sold 36 and active inventory is only 28 homes over here. The price per square foot, to give you an idea how crazy this is, it's $438 a square foot. So incredible. It's up 50%, as you would imagine, from the previous year. Number of new listings is about 37. So we're basically selling all the ones that are coming on, and then there's a little active inventory over at 28. And they're still getting about 103% of asking as well. So if it's a nice house, appropriately listed, in nice condition, you're still seeing offers above asking to win the deal. And I've seen that a lot with my buyers buying on this area. Active inventory is still less than 1, so it's really tough to have any kind of active inventory. So that's the market conditions for the South Reno area, from Mount Rose Highway all the way to Zalesi. So a few things about buyers and sellers real quick, and then we'll wrap up the podcast. And feel free to either text me, call me. You can put notes in my social media posts or direct message me if you have questions. So what we're seeing is, if you're a seller, don't get greedy. We see a lot of listings out there where we're just like, man, it is not a nice home. It needs a lot of upgrade, and they're probably $100,000, $200,000 over what it should be. The problem with overlisting your house is it becomes stigmatized, particularly in this market when we're seeing houses go, first weekend. So if it sits there for 30 days, people start kind of wondering, why is it sitting there? So keep that in mind. Make sure that you are listing your house appropriately, and you will probably, based on the conditions of the house, probably get multiple offers if you do price it according to what the market conditions are. That's about it. Make sure that you're hiring a good realtor. Have your house staged. We're going to have a stager on Friday, talk about the important aspects of staging and how much you can actually increase your value. So check that, look at that. Make sure you have professional videos, especially in this area where South Reno. Make sure you have a drone video. All of our videos have drones. So it's kind of a cool aspect that really shows off properties that have nice wide open areas and larger lots. So that's not sellers. The other thing we're going to be covering tomorrow, if you're a seller and you want to downsize, a big topic, we're going to go through the strategies on how to downsize. There's definitely a lot of strategies because it's a kind of a little more complex. It's kind of a contingency in reverse, but we do it all the time, and would love anybody to come into our podcast tomorrow in the morning. We'll be on Facebook Live. Otherwise, subscribe to this channel and we'll get you that video. Buyers, it's still a pretty strong market. I don't see as many crazy offers. Seems to calm down a little since school's gotten in. We are getting people in contract without crazy offering over asking and waiving appraisals and all that kind of crazy stuff. So basically, you got to still make good offers. But the biggest thing is to have your realtor reach out and find out what a seller really needs. Some sellers need a rent back, and some sellers may need a 60-day close. There's various things that you can ask for and actually give in a contract, more than just price. Obviously, price is an important component, but find out what the seller needs and accommodate them. Do they need help moving stuff? Do they need, figure out what they need and offer it and put it in, and make sure that you're working with a real estate professional that prepares clean offers. And make sure, the biggest thing too, is you're working with a local lender that is known in the market. We see a lot of our people getting in, and I'm not kidding, agents call us back and say, well, we're going to accept your offer. It's not the highest one, but we know for a fact from my previous experience that your lender knows how to close, and if they've already looked over the financials of that buyer, it's a pretty solid deal. So that's important too, is having good security. Other than that, interest rates are still good in the low to mid 3s, depending on what your credit is. So it's still a good time to buy a home if you can afford it. Make sure you have a long-term look at the market. Don't be thinking that it's going to go up 50%, because I'm here to tell you it's not. In my opinion, I'm actually hoping that we see a little level off that gives buyers more of an opportunity to get in the market, so we don't price everyone out. So anyways, appreciate you guys. It's a lot of fun making these videos. We're almost on the 100th episode. I think we're going to have to do something special. It's incredible that I've done almost 100 episodes, and it'll be a good time to have a pretty wild, hopefully entertaining 100th video to show everyone. So if you like our content, please subscribe, call us, email us if you have any questions about real estate. Until next time, you guys stay out of the smoke and take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.